What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Are themselves
episode 304.
304. Yes, yes.
304. Big weekend for myself and for your family as well, too. Go Ozzy, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's my birthday. So yeah, birthday weekend. Got it in definitely. This past Friday was my actual birthday.
Yes.
Went and did the dinner and the movie. I don't ask for a lot. Yeah, says like babe asked like what you want to do for your birthday. I'm like just let's say I want to see Creed 3. Like I've heard nothing but good things about this movie. I said let's do that and then let's go have some seafood afterwards. So that's you know me. I'm simple. I don't need a lot. Just dinner and a movie with babe. Like that's all I'm good. I said I'm good. So went and saw it. Yeah. Creed 3 very excellent. We gonna unfortunately we is
Yeah.
the
We're not
actual
doing this. We ain't doing.
yeah, we're gonna get to that, yeah. But
We're going to unpack some
I
things.
want to put over the movie first before I get to the bullshit with Jonathan Majors. It's like it's do I give spoilers or should I? You haven't seen any of the Rocky movies, so you don't want
Non-spoilers, if you could do
non-spoiler.
non-spoilers.
I was about to go into the plot heavy, but
Because I might try to watch the Creed. You said that they're all streaming.
Creed, well, yeah, 1 and 2 are definitely streaming. Yeah, you can find and guess what? The price is the best part. They're free. Yeah, streaming in the free section. Yeah, so
Okay.
me, I watch to get caught up. It's like yeah, and
Hmm.
Creed 2 is my favorite out of this. Even though Creed 3 was excellent though, yeah, but I'm gonna break
Okay.
that down. But Creed 2, because Creed 2 is the one where yeah Adonis fights fights
Drago's son.
Drago's son is a yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
it's like
lose.
so for those that don't know anything about the Rocky movies, which well, I am gonna spoil those. Those are like 40 years old. We spoil it. And the 50 years old for the first one. The original came out in 76. So that's damn near 50 years. 76. Sorry, we spoiling that. Well, yeah, I mean Rocky 4 came out like 85, so that's like knocking on 40 years ago.
40 years. Yeah, pretty much.
Mid 80s when they at the height of the Cold War, which is why they had like the main villain be like from the Soviet Union, which is Ivan Drago. Yeah. And like and basically in the movie, like Apollo is retired. We're going back to Rocky 4 right now. Yeah. He's
Hmm.
retired. He sees like Drago's the new kid. I don't know, but Rocky's the heavyweight champ. He just beat Mr. T, like Clubber Lane. So Rocky's the champ. Apollo's like the OG retired. Is like, yeah, and then Drago, now this new kid from Russia, like they don't know anything about it. Wasn't no internet, so you couldn't even look up this dude really. You just like hear about
And
him.
look up videos of him because now you can look up people and look up their videos on YouTube. You can
Apollo
YouTube
just
them.
like he's basically like reading the newspaper, or he might have saw like a clip on like
Newspaper.
ESPN about this. I saw a clip on the ESPN about this draw. He's like, yeah, I want to fight this dude. Like I can beat him. He's like, and Rocky and everybody was like, I don't think you should fight. We don't know shit
The
about.
reason why you retire
He's like,
from a physical sport is the reason why you retire.
well, Apollo was like, hey, like I'm Apollo guy, which Apollo was like loosely based on Muhammad Ali, and I as we saw
Yeah.
in the '80s, Ali was washed too, so it makes sense like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so he was like loose. He was like, I could beat this dude. Like I'm fucking Apollo Creed. He's like, so basically he fights him. He comes to the ring with James Brown singing "Living in
Living,
America." It's like,
living, dressed like Uncle
that's
Sam.
like what's there, the red, white, and blue, the top hat, and like yeah, he's
We
like.
want you looking like that. Yeah.
Because Drago no sells the whole thing. He's like, you will lose. Like that's all he says. Like he
And he
no
had the
sells all
cold
that.
say he had
Like,
the
it's
looking really robotic.
with Bridget Nielsen, Mrs. Drago, and
Yeah,
that.
Bridget Nielsen was his wife. Yeah.
So of course Drago, like first round, he like Apollo pretty much is like almost dead after the first round. He beats the shit out of him, and so and Rocky is like his corner man. He's like, hey man, like, we got to stop this fight. You getting your ass? He's like, promise me you won't throw the towel. Like we're gonna get to the infamous meme in a second. It's like he makes he makes Rocky promise that he won't throw the towel. It's like so then in the second round, like it continues. Drago is like beating them to death.
Pummeling him.
Like the audience is screaming, like they show his wife is like, stop the fight. It's like, yeah, like his corner man with tears in his eyes, like throw the damn towel. And Rocky never throws the towel because he promised Apollo he wouldn't, but the man is getting killed. Throw the
You
fucking
gotta use discretion.
towel.
You gotta use discretion.
because
Like I'm not gonna let my loved one get killed. Like if you're getting killed, like no, we're stopping. Yeah, like no, we're not
White
stopping.
like screaming like stop the fight, and then like his man throw the damn towel, and then Apollo goes down after Drago gives the
The
kill.
final
Yeah.
blow.
So now Rocky has to avenge his homie's death, so he goes to fight Drago, but he has to fight Drago on his terms because like
And
now
Russian.
Drago's like because he basically just killed Muhammad Ali in the ring. So he goes back to Russia after that. He's like, I'm out of here. Like I got
I'm out of
death
here.
threats. So yeah, I got death threats. Like I'm getting the fuck out of America. So if
Yeah.
you want to fight me, you got to fight me in
And
Russia.
we know how people are about their sports. Americans, like we get very
Yeah,
it's crazy fast. It's
right
crazy
after he
fast.
kills Apollo, he leaves America right after that shit. So now Rocky got to go to Russia and fight him.
I saw that part because we turned on Turner Movie Classic or something one day, and I did see that part, like when he went to Russia and Rocky was like running mountains and shit.
Yeah, Rocky was doing his primitive training, like riding mountains and chopping wood, while like Drago
I saw that. I was like,
state of the art gym and shit he's working in. It's like,
and he's running like on a treadmill, like
treadmill with like the sensors, like managers,
100 miles an hour. He's running.
Got all the sensors on him measuring his heart rate and all that stuff.
And I was watching, and Marcus just kept on saying, this movie is good. And I'm like, okay. I'm just like, all right. I'm like, I'm not moved.
Rocky movie. I don't know how you not moved by a Rocky movie. God damn it. What's wrong with you?
Maybe I didn't see him again. I mean, but I know that he died. I know that Apollo died at the beginning. I knew that.
After that Drago fight. Yeah, like, yeah.
But Marcus was
And,
like, he's like, this may have been like the best. He's like, I like this one, and I like he was telling me like which ones that he liked, and he was telling me which ones he didn't like. So I was just looking like,
yeah, Rocky 5 was trash. You could skip that
I
one.
was like, whatever. He was like, this one was good though. He's like, but the third one was the best one. He was
Mr. T. That's everybody.
Yeah, that's what Marcus was saying. The third one was the best one.
It's like it had some of everything. And it's like Rocky 3 was amazing.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right, whatever.
That was before I started watching wrestling. So the first time I actually saw Hulk Hogan was in Rocky 3 before I started watching. So that's where I first discovered wrestling. You could say like I discovered it in that.
Well, maybe I might watch some Rockies during spring break. I might watch some Rockies.
Streaming, yeah. Watch some Rocky.
Maybe.
Skip Rocky 5 because it was terrible. And
then but you said that, yeah. So there, I know that Rocky beat him or whatever. And
Rocky by the time fast forward to Creed 2 is like
and then Creed 2.
Now Drago's son is like the because like no Rocky beats Drago at the end of Rocky 3. He wins it,
right?
So he avenges his friend and all of that. So there, so now by then it's like after all of the Apollo stuff, like Drago's career was ruined. Because the killing Apollo and losing to Rocky, it pretty much ended Ivan Drago's career. They didn't show
anything. We don't want you anymore. You're soft. You're weak. So it ended. You're weak.
So now he's training his son to like fight, and while at the same time, Adonis Creed is like he's like the world heavyweight champion now, which is Creed's Michael B. Jordan. So now like he wants to challenge Creed for the world title. Like so that's where so it's like it kind of flips it. It's like he's the underdog.
Yeah, so it's like kind of comes full circle, kind of.
It's like they both have something to prove. He's like, yeah, well, you killed my father, yeah, but you ruined my father's career. It's like, yeah, your father ruined my father's career because of that. It's
your
like,
daddy killed my daddy, and then you know.
Yeah, but my dad's career was ruined because of that. It's like, yeah, so, his boxing career was over because of that. Your father.
And then can we shout that Drago still looked the same? Because I saw like how he still looked the same. I was like, okay.
In Creed too, yeah.
He still looked the same. I was like,
Dolph Lundgren, yeah, he made a camera.
Yeah, I was like, he still looked good. It was good to see like that. 40 years later, he's still, holding it down. All right.
But Creed 3, I'll give a synopsis without giving too much spoilers. Is like basically the guy that mentored young Adonis Creed is like he does some time in prison. I won't say for what though. So now he gets out, and he basically like he was basically the boxing star before going to prison, and then he gets out after doing his time. So like he's like, no, I want what's mine. Like I want my title.
Mine.
He's like
that should have been me, basically. Like that should have been me.
Like, yeah, he's like Eddie Kang. It's like, yeah, how does it feel to be me? That's how he looked at Creed. It's like, it's the only reason you're the mask because I got locked up.
Because I got locked up. You wouldn't be shit if I didn't get locked up.
That's what the story. He wants his title. It's like, yeah.
Okay. I did see that in the trailer, so that's not too much of because the
That's
way that
what,
he walked up on him.
Jonathan Majors is the one that got locked up.
And the way that he walked up on him, because I saw in the trailer when he was like,
how does it feel to be me, basically?
he's like a die, whatever, and he's looking like, "Who is you?" And then when he looked his face, like, "Oh shit!" And it was like the recognition, like, "Oh shit, so and so."
Realized it was him that he knew as a story that he hadn't seen since he got locked up. Like,
because obviously, if somebody walks up to you on the street, you're gonna be like, "Okay, like, who is you?"
especially if you're
gonna,
like, and you're like the heavyweight saying you're like the man. It's like somebody's walk up, you're gonna be alarmed. Like, wait, who was you? It's like, then he realizes it's like him.
Oh shit!
The name is like, he's like, he realizes. Mm-hmm. But like that's like the non-spoiler version is like he gets out, he wants what's his. It's like, hey,
it looks good on the like the trailer I saw and just the way it was shot because Michael B. Jordan, that was his directorial debut.
Ryan Coogler like was a co-writer of it. So
okay. So I mean maybe we'll see more. Maybe we'll see more directing from Michael B. Jordan because you said that it was a good movie. You said it looked good.
Only thing
it looked like it was shot well too because like I said, me jumping into the film side because like stuff I learned from Marcus, me jumping into that. Like the way that like the fight, like how when they were like box, like the fighting looked good, like it looked
that's authentic. One thing about the Rocky, like
authentic. The fighting looked authentic.
Rocky movies, the fight scenes are much better because obviously we have better technology and everything. Was like. Some of the Rocky movies, the fight scenes look kind of fake. Looking back now with like 40-year-old eyes later, it's like, the fight choreography scenes are much better in the Creed movie. You could tell they learned how to like make the fighting look because like to make it, you got to fight, you got to. It's kind of like pro wrestling a little bit. You got to throw the punch, but not actually hit him. It's like you're not going to act like Michael B. Jordan's not going to actually punch Jonathan Majors. But it has to look like he punches.
It has to look like it connects.
The way it looks like he actually hits him. It's like,
like if somebody like does this to mine, I like at the same time, like
that. Throw the punch. I gotta.
And you got. You like the mount guard fly out, like the mount guard just throws out your mouth.
Over that,
it gotta look authentic with sweat beads. It gotta look authentic. But like I said, like from the trailer, it looked like the fight scenes were shot very nice. From like just from what I saw of that, I was like, okay, I was like, this is shot nice. This is beautiful.
The one thing missing, which it's not really a spoiler, but because it's been in the news, is like this is the first Rocky/Creed movie without Rocky, and it's like it's like Sylvester Stallone had creative differences with so like he was he wasn't part of the Creed 3. That's the one. So like first Rocky movie without Rocky, and that was interesting because for the first two Creed movies, like minor spoiler, but not really, is like Rocky became like he was now he's trained Adonis.
He's
like
training him, which makes sense because it's like I was close to your father, and
much like in the original Rocky movies with Mick and shit, who was played by the late Burgess Meredith, who you know from Batman fame.
Burgess Meredith, okay.
Rocky's trainer in the original,
aka the Penguin from the original Batman.
He's Rocky's trainer, Mick.
Okay, I knew that was Burgess Meredith. I didn't know that.
And then Rocky takes on the Mick role basically in Creed. Like he's like the old grizzled veteran now, like training the young boy. Like, so that's. So he's not in the third one, which is like that's the only thing he was missing is like Rocky, but other than that, I love excellent.
Could have made it work. Sylvester Stallone, they could have threw a suitcase of money at him, man. That goes out the window. Like, I'm not really feeling this. Here's $40 million. Yeah. Okay. Everybody got a price. That's all
Rocky, because that's like. Well, people don't know. Like I'm about to rewind again back. What people don't know about Rocky is that he negotiated in his contract in the first Rocky movie because he had this great script and like the studio wanted to produce it, but they were going to cast another actor. He was like, no, like I got to play Rocky because like Stallone really wasn't an actor. Like
even though Stallone was like 5'9", like maybe like 170.
And you look at him, he's not a great actor. Like, he can barely talk and shit. It's like, he's like, but he's like, no, like if you're gonna do my movie, I gotta play Rocky. It's like, and they agreed, like, because they were gonna put another actor, but he said, no, you can't do the movie without making me Rocky.
The only thing he did before was the Italian Stallion.
The Party at Kitty's, whatever it's called. That Stallion. They renamed the Science Stand once he became Rocky and he became famous. the little flick he did. I think it's called The Weekend and whatever. Is it Weekend at Kid, Party at Kid? It's some bullshit.
The
like
soft core. It was like basically the soft porn. That's what he did. It wasn't hardcore porn. It was a soft
like
porn.
from my old heads. It was like what they showed on TV late night back in the day. or Cinemax later.
Cinemax. I'm about to say Cinemax. Skinemax is what we used to call it.
On TV, and then like we try to you try to like move that to okay, hold it the hell. Okay. I think I see an ass now. It's like,
and then
there's a titty. Like there's a titty.
Your foot is like this on the door. The door closed.
That's a titty. Hold still. Don't move. Yeah, I see a titty.
But your foot got hold on the door like so in case mom or dad don't come in on you.
Looking like Booger from Revenge of the Birds. Yeah, we've got Bush. It's like
well, like Jam on American Pie. That's definitely a tit. Jam.
That's what we did with on TV in the 80s. Hey, shout out me, Feast, and Kareem. We was doing
just threw them under the bus.
Like, hey, and then of course you hear mom go, oh shit. It's like
what's that? One you hold the door. It's like one you have to have your hand on the door. One you stand by the door and hold it.
All right, the door, yeah. Feast was probably in charge of the door and wasn't paying attention. So we definitely got caught trying to watch on TV.
Yeah, I don't remember on TV.
In a way, like 85, you wouldn't remember. It's like, I don't remember on TV. I was like Ari's age when that shit went off the air pretty much.
You tell you about on TV, I'm like...
Yeah, because like by the mid 80s, like most of America had actual cable by then. Whereas before that is like some places had cable, some didn't. So like places that didn't have what they call they had subscription TV, which was like
it was
on
very ghetto. Yeah, very ghetto.
Spectrum. It was like different service. Each market had like different ones. It's like before the whole country had cable, like they said, okay, like in Chicago was an on TV market. It's like which is basically a regular channel. You just needed that on the converter box to view it. Like so if you did, because it was like a regular, like over the air channel, which is why you could move the antenna, like kind of see what was going on if you didn't have a box. You kind of see.
You're like cable, but crappier, as you are saying. Just like cable, but crappier.
Like Thursday, everybody remember this. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, that's what's up. This was my shit. I was the only honest one. Like, just like cable, only crappier. Then, of course, everybody started agreeing with me. I'm saying, yeah, it did kind of suck. Only crappier. I was the one that kept it 100. But yeah, on TV, just like cable, only crappier. Which it was. It's like once you got cable, you be like, yeah, that on TV sucked. Once you actually had real cable, you realize.
Now you're making me want to see whatchamacallit. Now that's what I'm gonna do during my spring break. I'm gonna take some days for spring break. I'm gonna watch some Rocky.
There you go.
I'm gonna make an effort to do that. That's what I'm going to do on some downtime.
The old school ones, I'll say the Rock. Of course, the original Rocky is if you want to just get the backstory. And
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, especially 1, 3, and 4. Like 2 was good. Like most movies, like sometimes struggle with the second, but
the sequel is always kind of
because it can't live up to that hype. It's like sometimes, but 2 was like I'll spoil these. Like they 40 and 50, 45 years old. I'm spoiling. Rocky 1 is like it's like Apollo, who's the heavyweight champion. Like his opponent gets injured. Like he's like his original opponent. So he got a big fight coming up. Okay, we got pay-per-views to sell. We got tickets to sell. We need something new. So it's like
we need somebody.
Let's pick this. Everybody loves a good underdog story. Let's pick this unknown boxer. Yeah, Rocky Balboa. That's who I'll fight. Like yeah, except like he fights him and then like goes the distance. So like Rocky almost beats him. Like so, that's people don't realize Rocky loses the first movie. He takes him to the distance, but like Apollo wins by that much. He gets a split decision by that much. It's like. So of course, like in the second movie, Apollo is like he ain't feeling that shit. He's like, I'm Apollo Creed. I gotta beat this dude. Well, you already won. It's like you call that's not really a victory.
That's not a win.
Fight him again. So they have the rematch, and then in the second one, Rocky
wins. Yeah.
Title. So by the third movie, Rocky's the man, heavyweight champion, mansions, Ferraris. He's like he's the man now.
He's Ric Flair basically. Limousine riding,
jet flying. Like that's Rocky by the third one.
He wear the boa too. Did he wear one of those roll boa things too, or no? He should have. I mean,
dyed his hair bleached blonde. Now you got another up and coming contender, Clubber Lang, who's played by Mr. T.
Mr. T.
He's like Rocky's been dodging me, and Mr. T, like even though he was before him, to me he's Mike Tyson in that Clubber Lang is basically like a Mike Tyson.
Like a Mike Tyson type. Okay.
Yeah,
That
he was
makes
like the
sense.
young boxer who was just knocking everybody out, like first round knockout. He was
Yeah.
like he was Tyson before Tyson.
Tyson was, it was like, whoa, like he's knocking people out in like 75 seconds. Like he's knocking people out. It's like it was crazy.
Overlaying was Mike Tyson and shit to me. That's what well, Apollo was Ali. Clubber was Mike Tyson. That's the comparison.
Okay.
Now he gets his title shot, and yeah, and of course, like he beats the shit out of Rocky. He wins the title. So now Rocky is back with the underdog story now. So now Apollo is training him. He's like, okay, like you need that Eye of the Tiger, which is why that's the theme song for the Rocky 3 movies. Eye of the Tiger came from that sound.
Okay.
Like you lost that Eye of the Tiger, like all the mansions and like limousine riding made you soft, basically.
Oh, okay.
That
It
Eye of the
makes sense
Tiger.
because like
So
that distracted you because now like you're boats and hoes now, and now
it made
you
so
lost
that's
focus.
why this guy beats you. So now Apollo is Rocky's trainer. Now he's training him to get that Eye of the Tiger back for
Oh.
the rematch. Yeah.
Hmm.
So Rocky wins the rematch, and Rocky 3 gets his title back. Now we just explained Rocky 4, yeah, with Drago and all of that.
See, to watch these. They actually sound bad because I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I just
It's
because
not
I
just
mean,
boxing, yeah, like
it just
Babe,
seemed
like
old.
Babe,
It just
Babe,
really
I think
old.
Babe looking me crazy hell too on the Creed. I know she wasn't feeling going to see a Creed. I can tell that, but it's what I wanted to do. But then once we watched, she was like, "Yeah, it was really good." Like she was actually into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was real good. She was into the movie. Yeah,
Hey, I'm actually gonna watch them now. Now you
they
talk me
look like
into
they
it.
just about boxing, but no, it's about a story. It's about
It's
family,
a story,
yeah,
yeah. It's a
friendship,
feel
like
good story.
about family, friendships. Like yeah, these are like the stories are like what it's
Even the
about.
foil about death because we lost Apollo. Because no
Yeah,
one saw Apollo dying. Like that was like probably the biggest,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
like that was probably like the biggest, like, oh my gosh, like they killed Apollo? Like that
Yeah,
probably like back
that
then.
was one of my early
Yeah.
childhood traumas, like Apollo. We had spent like so much time with that character, and like nobody expected Apollo to die. You thought maybe he just get injured, and then like he like come back. It's like, but then when they show his funeral, like, oh shit, Apollo died. It's like it caught all of us. Yeah. Especially us the blacks. It's like Chris Rock said, and everybody has Chris said his dad called the movie Apollo because
Apollo.
his black for Apollo was the good guy to us. It's like,
Yeah.
he's like we didn't call it Rocky, we called it Apollo in my house. It's like because that's who we went to. The black we were for Apollo. It's like that was our guy. It's like
It's like you had a great time though.
excellent. Yeah, and that had some good seafood boil up there. Yeah, a little lobster boil. Yes. Yeah. So excellent birthday. And also, happy birthday going out to little niece Ariana,
Yeah,
8 years
Ariana's
old.
birthday was the day after yours, and
I got her some
we
Roblox. That's what I got her. That's what she's into now.
this is what this child is into now. I still don't know how to do, like I don't know. I'll see
I,
her
I
playing.
didn't know what it was. So you just told me what it was.
I just say, okay, I guess it's like Sims. That's why I'm assuming it's like, I don't know, but somebody help me out because she just goes on, she just be gone. I'm like, okay, whatever. But Ariana had a wonderful time. We took her to the slime museum for her birthday. It's like a pop-up shop, and she got to play in slime.
I
She
saw
got
her
to
slime video. Yeah,
she
she
got
showed.
to make slime,
I
and
saw
she was
that.
actually slimed.
She made 24 karat slime is what she called it. It was,
Yeah, because
she just said, "Oh,
you
that's
got
the
to
good
pick,
stuff." Yeah, the good
you
stuff.
got to put like your color in, you got to put like your scent in and all that. So she made it gold. It came out pretty gold. It was
Made
really
that
pretty.
24 karat magic. What she had.
And
24
then she got slimed, and that was pretty funny with the slime because the way that they kept on pouring it on her because I let them know it was her birthday.
She did it for the
And
hustlers, the gangsters, the bad bitches.
stop. And then Khalil's birthday's coming up too, so like they put some extra slime on the kids, like they let them
I saw
have a
him
little extra fun.
Leo
And
screaming his ass off.
yeah, he was just freaking, and I'm like, oh my lord! But they had a ball
Like they
though.
had a ball in the video I saw you showed me. Though
They
she
did.
showed me,
So
Ariana showed me the video.
that's just what's important. Like, I mean, I know sometimes as parents we look at stuff and we're like, this is stupid. Like we look at things as a parent, but
Yeah.
they're 8 and almost 5, my kid. Like they're young. So it's like as
As
long
a
as my
parent,
kids had a good time.
we joked about when I was there, like, probably to a kid, like smoking and drinking. It's probably stupid.
And
40, that's what you're into. There's a little slime.
talking shit, like you said,
Slime
and
is
talking
there,
shit.
slime is there, smoking and drinking. There you go.
But yeah, though, like they had an awesome time, like the kids, they really enjoyed themselves. And We're gonna run it back again. We're gonna take Khalil out for an outing next week for his birthday. So we're
Hope
gonna
he
do
ain't
another
doing
outing for
Roblox.
him.
The Roblox ain't cheap.
He ain't into Roblox, not yet. You know what he's into still.
He's into his
Mo-
truck.
Monster trucks. He likes to drive in cars because like he's like likes like the NASCAR stuff. Like he likes the
Like
cars.
the remote control cars.
Yeah, he likes remote control cars. He's like he wants a remote car. He just drives it. Like he likes that remote control cars and
He's in the
monster.
cars too, yeah. Because he when I picked him up in the caddy, he was talking about the caddy. He's like, my daddy drives a Kia and all that. So he's like, he's in the cars still.
He likes cars. Yeah, he likes cars.
He was telling me about the Marcus's truck. Hey, I said, boss, you have a Cadillac? So he knows like cars. So I was like, okay, yes, he's a car guy. I see, yeah. Already, yeah, he's a car guy. He knows what Cadillacs and Kias are at that age.
Mm-hmm. He's starting to know.
He mentioned Chevy or something. I forgot what he said, but we had a whole conversation about cars when I picked him up. With a 4-year-old had a whole conversation about the cars. It was hilarious.
Not a whole conversation with a 4-year-old about cars.
Talking about Cadillacs and Kias and Chevys. It's a whole conversation. Hilarious.
A great time we had. Great time.
But since we talked about Creed 3, unfortunately, actor Jonathan Majors, you have the story in front of you because I didn't talk my ass off this whole time.
I don't have it directly in front of me, but I saw it's on my list. And I saw it this morning actually because like I had
for assaulting a woman in there.
I was tired, so like I saw that's the first thing I saw this morning. Jonathan Majors arrested. What? I was like, wait, what?
We put the alleged on there, allegedly assaulting a woman.
Allegedly assaulted.
Which he's denied everything. Yeah, he said that he didn't put hands on this woman. Yeah.
And they're saying that the woman is she a girlfriend or is she?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure. I heard it was like a domestic situation, is what I've heard, but I don't know for sure. But that's what I heard. Is like you got into a lover's quarrel, is what this sounds.
And they said that it happened inside of a taxi. So, the thing with that now is if, like I said, it's an alleged. Like I said, right now it's alleged. Now, allegedly, he strangled her and like I said, you saw Creed 3. He's he's in shape. He's not a small man. He's in shape.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
He's very physically fit. He's very fit.
Him and Michael, you can tell they hit the gym hard before.
They put in work. Both of them put in work. Because both of their bodies on the trailer, I was like, okay. I saw a chisel and I was like, okay.
I was looking too. I was like, I gotta work on this kid. I'm explaining this in a minute too.
But yeah, though I was like, wow, like when I was reading what they said happened, that it was like an argument that stemmed, and then
I'm looking at TMZ right now. It says, their exact relationship is unknown, so we don't know if it's a friend, if it was a lover. I don't know what it's like. A rando, like I don't know yet. Like it said that she had visible injuries, the alleged victim, a laceration behind her ear, marks on her face. She was taken to the hospital in stable condition. That's what it said.
Yeah.
He was taken to jail, Major.
Yeah, he was taken to jail. One thing about TMZ is going to get a story. They always get the story first.
Yeah. He's out on bail now, so he's not still.
Yeah. So he's not still in there, but
he's due back in May in court. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, my thing that I've always just maintained and said about, especially like when you're in, I know, like I said, we made a joke about like stop taking elevators. I know we made that as a joke, but it's like when you're in a small space like a car, an elevator, like something that's like a small confined space. Cooler heads have to prevail. In all seriousness, I'm not even like kidding. Like if you are feeling like you're getting hit, you gotta bring it back down, because in that type of space, it just takes one. What? It just takes one. You know what I mean? Just one, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm wondering Like,
That
because
can happen.
with a
So
lot of Ubers, like a lot of Uber drivers for their safety, they have
they
dash
have the
cam.
camera,
Wonder if this cab had a dash cam in
a
it.
dash cam, yeah.
Yeah. So if it is, like, that's the footage we need to see, that dash
That would
cam.
help answer a lot of questions.
It definitely
Because
would.
the story that I saw, they were saying that like it's like like it could be bull, or because everybody likes to throw in their own interpretation of what happened. They were saying that allegedly the person was his girlfriend,
And saying
and
his
that
girlfriend, I'm reading now. TMZ is, they give updates. It's like, yeah.
and that she saw a text, like somebody was texting him, and then she saw the text and was like, "Who is that?" And
Let's read the story directly from TMZ.
it's a text.
Like,
So
TMZ sources said police were told the girlfriend saw another woman texting Majors, and when she confronted him, trying to sneak a peek at his phone, said the alleged victim claimed that Majors got mad and he allegedly grabbed her by the hand and slapped her. That's what it's saying. And he put his hands around her neck. It's like, this all according to TMZ. That's what it's saying.
Well, if you choke somebody, you put pressure, you're going like that will leave a mark. Like anytime, this will leave a mark right here. So you'll be able to see that if you do, or if that did happen. This is, I mean,
It's like you got your big break. Like I said, like one of the best movies of the year. Like like I said, I think Creed 3 was excellent. And
and the fact that he literally had two, like he has two movies in the theater.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he did three movies this year. Because what was that other movie? I forgot well, he was like a pilot or something. That first movie he did, and then he was in the quantum thing with the Ant-Man.
Part of
Kang. There you go, Kang the Conqueror.
Part of the MCU, yeah.
Yeah, and then Apollo.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you're attached to like the MCU franchise and the Rocky franchise,
which is big, yeah.
Which
just
are
like
two of the,
just like Michael B. Jordan, like you're attached to both. It's like, yeah, because he's killed
Honest
Creed. It's like, yeah.
How many billions of dollars have both of those franchises made? Like both of those, It's like, so you're attached to both of those franchises, and it's like, he had these big movies. He was just at the Oscars recently,
Yeah, him and Michael presented, yeah, together.
And they shout out Angela. That was cute.
I saw that part. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't see the Oscars, but I saw that part. Yeah.
But yeah, though it's just like, I hope that like it's something that's gonna come out.
Answers, like real answers, not bullshit.
I hope it is something that comes out, that we get real resolution with this, because it will be unfortunate. Because especially in today's climate, we're just everybody is just cancel. It's like
cancel culture.
But let's see everything before we just cancel.
Let Mr. Majors tell his side. Like, let's see what
and let's
all the pieces like fall where they are and see what happens.
And most importantly, let's hope that it's a dash cam so we can see a dash cam video. That's what I want to see.
There's a video, yeah.
I hope it's a video.
Video, yeah. Like TMZ, y'all are good at getting shit. Like, get the video. Like y'all, if you're so cold, Harvey, get the video.
Harvey,
yeah. Get the video, Harvey. If you that cold.
That's what we want to see. We want to see what transpired and everything, because people already are trying to, ruin his name. I saw a thread on Twitter where somebody was saying, well, I knew that he's always been abused. Like somebody was claiming that they knew him from back in the day and claiming that he has a history of being, someone, this person. But then they said at the end of the thread, they said that they probably going to delete all this. Why do you put it out there?
I'm shit if you're just going to delete it.
He said, but he was claiming that this is not a new thing. This is who he is. And this person was claiming that in their tweet. So, I mean, before we just start jumping and just canceling and doing all that, like, let's see everything. Like, I want to see all the facts, all the evidence. I want to see everything. And if it is something that is there, I mean, maybe he may need some counseling. I mean, if it is proven that he did abuse her,
anger. If it is, like,
yeah, maybe
before I even like accuse the man of anything, yeah, let's see what.
Let's get all the facts first. That's what I said. Get all the facts.
If it comes out that something did happen, like if he got to do the work, do the work.
Yeah, he may have to do some, because some people have issues. Some people have anger issues, and you may have to just work through some of your issues that you have and take some classes and do that, because the fact that because he's a great actor, and and like he was
excellent. Name and Creed 3.
He's coming into his own. I never saw Lovecraft Country, but I heard that was a really good show. I heard it was because he was on that with Journey Smollett Bell. I heard he was really good on that, but it's like I'm like pulling for him to like, I wanted to see him be that next one up because it's like, okay, he was in what was the name of the movie with the Cowboys
The Cowboy.
that we watched recently?
Oh yeah, what was that movie? Oh
I
shit,
can't think of the name of it now.
watched it. Me and Babe just.
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
guys watch it, and I watched it too,
Yeah,
like a while back.
that's gonna
With
bother me.
Regina King and them, you know what I'm talking
That's
about,
gonna
and
bug me.
Idris Elba.
That's
Idris,
gonna
yeah,
bug me. I can't think of that movie. Yeah, but it was
yeah.
good though. Yeah.
The something because about like the Black Cowboys and everything, but he was in that because that's the first thing I saw him in. We were watching that, and I was like, oh, okay. And then when I started seeing his name come more, I'm like, okay, I'm like, he's the next one up because every few years it is somebody not being funny, is a Black actor that is going to be the next one up. Like it started in the 90s, like with Denzel, like Denzel. Then like, you had your Lawrence Fishburne, you had Don Cheadle. Every few years it's like
I just watched Talk to Me last week, and speaking of Don Cheadle,
some
yeah.
years back, Mahershala
Yeah.
Ali when he came on the scene.
I just watching
Yeah,
Talk to Me with Peter Green. Yeah, he played Peter Green.
he was
Yeah.
really good. Chiwetel's another one. Like every few years it's like somebody that
played, Dewey Hughes is like he played who was basically was married to Kathy Hughes, who like started Radio One, eventually TV One. Like that's who Chiwetel's character was in that. The guy they founded TV One basically. They founders, yeah, like his character in that. Yeah, so it's like I know that as a radio guy. Like
The Harder They Fall, is that the name of it?
I'm talking about
No, I'm saying that the cowboy. Was that the name of it? The Harder They Fall.
I was pulling it up. Let's find.
Was that the name of it? It just clicked in my head. I think that was the name of it. The Harder They Fall. I think.
Let's find out. That is
Let's
The
see if
Harder
I'm
They
right.
Fall. Yeah.
Okay, because it just hit me right in my
pulled
head.
up his bio. He was in a movie called The Harder They Fall, so that got to be it.
That was it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, bro. The cast I'm looking at Regina King.
Cowboy movie. Yeah. Stagecoach.
Wayne was in it. Like Damon Jr. was in it too. I forgot he was in it.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Lakeith Stanfield was in it. Idris Elba, Delroy Lindo.
They had a good cast.
Jan Cole, I thought he was hectic in it too.
Yeah, he was. I forgot he was in that.
Sheriff, he was
hectic. But I mean, every few years there is somebody that's up. So like this is like his time. Like I said, like Michael B. Jordan was a few years ago, and now I'm like, okay, Jonathan Majors
came out, and then the first Black Panther. That's when Michael B. Jordan started getting his shine. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's his turn now. Now it's Jonathan Majors' turn now for his moment now, and I'm just hoping that because I remember like it's happened like when what was his name the one that was in The Great Debaters, and he was the one where they did Birth of a Nation. What was his name? Where he did when they did the fight of the what's the name of the slave, the one who fought back Nat Turner.
I forgot the actor's name. Yeah.
Nate Parker is that his name, I think.
Is it Nate Parker? I think you're right.
Nate Parker. Remember, because like Nate Parker was about to be on that, but then something came out about his past, and then you see what I mean? And then like he didn't get his moment because like that was supposed to be his moment for him to like really catapult when he did Birth of a Nation. And then when that happened, then it's like he kind of hasn't been.
It was a little bit of a scandal. Like I think this Jonathan Majors might be a bigger scandal because
definitely, definitely.
Got bruises. It's like it's definitely gonna be
definitely.
So, yeah.
But I mean, like hopefully, like I said, that hopefully it's a dash cam
let's see where all the chips fall. Like what happens. Yeah. And as far as this goes, it's like let's talk about how this happened. It's like I was in a gym in South Florida, and I saw Tekashi 6ix9ine. As we shift gears, that's a joke, by the way, and I wasn't part of it. But Tekashi 6ix9ine got his ass whipped in the LA
Fitness
in Palm Beach. It's like
of all places in LA Fitness, really. Really, in LA Fitness,
Why
really?
was this dude by there by himself? Like this story, it sounds like sus as I say here. It's like why was he like you got heat and shit. It's like, yeah, like why'd you go anywhere by yourself? And like, you see the video, the beat down is like, yeah.
I did, but I saw a
You saw
DM
the
that
stills on his
Michael.
face, yeah.
I saw the DM that Michael Blackson sent him.
Mhm. I didn't see that shit. What he said.
Michael, Michael Blackson said it sounded like real Jussie Smollett.
It does. I said it sounds sus and shit. Yeah, that's what I said. And somebody posted a picture of the memes come out like of Tekashi that with Martin's head after the Tommy Hearns. Like, yeah, they had Martin's head with all swollen. They had Tekashi 69 with that on his head. Said Tekashi after the fight at LA Fitness had Martin on the Tommy Hitman Hearns.
But it does sound a little because well, it could be a Jussie. It could be one
Story
of those
sounds just like why would this dude go anywhere? Like you're
by yourself.
one of the most hated motherfuckers. Why'd you go anywhere without security and shit? You should have round the clock security on you at all times. I said, yeah. Remember when he was at Old Block in Chicago? It's like talking shit. Then people like he had the feds with him that day. He wasn't out there by himself.
Dude, it's like you going to O Block by yourself. Dude.
No, you had
Dude.
armed police and shit the whole time. You did. It's like
Of course.
and he was out there like 6 a.m. because like he filmed it when he knew nobody would be there. And then they uploaded a video later that night. People like, we out here, we don't see, he ain't here.
Don't
It's like,
see you.
He ain't here. It's like, yeah, people, they ran and looked as soon as they saw, like, that's right over there. Like, they ran out there. He was, so he ain't out here, we looking for
filmed it that morning and then left.
And then uploaded the video later that night.
Because if you do something early in the morning, it still looks like it looks like late at night. So
you posted at like 8 o'clock at night, you filmed it at 6 a.m. It's like yeah, we out here on your block. But yeah, it sounds sus to me, like, but if it is real, it's like, yeah, which if it is real, it's a long time coming. Yeah,
have security when you go places.
It's a long time coming if it's real. Like, it's an ass whipping that he had.
Stop trying to act so like. Why is everybody trying to be all badass and like that ain't you?
Tekashi 69.
That's not you, homie.
Everybody knows you're a bitch. Come on, it's like you're not. Yeah.
Like look at the way he looks. Like I mean, you have rainbow bright hair
and tats on your
rainbow bright hair and
tats on your face.
He looks like Jim. You know how Jim looked with the star? He looks like that. He looks like Jim. Yeah.
Tekashi 69 is truly outrageous.
He's truly outrageous. He's Jim. That's what he is to me.
I don't think anybody was scared of Jim back in the
80s. I wasn't. I wanted to be Jim. I wanted to be one of her people.
Apparently, Tekashi 69 wanted to be Jim too.
That's what he is. So it's like you're not hard. Like you going, like we say, mess around, find out. You going to mess around, find out. And it's going to be some. Well, if this is a real thing, this actually was a real fight. Then you did kind of find
bullshit. Then like it's a long time coming. Like he been talking shit for a long time. So yeah. And the ass whipping was bound to happen. But the reason why I say it's staged because he kind of been out of the spotlight for the last couple of years. So to make himself relevant, I
make myself relevant.
Need some dudes to beat the shit out of him.
Now we just have to wait and see them like purchasing stuff on camera at Home Depot, whatever.
That one of the dudes
Jussie got.
That's the bald headed dude right there with the black shirt on. Well. It was a bald headed dude that was punching him. So that's why I said one of them was bald headed. Like, watch the video.
Stop.
It's a bald headed dude. That's all I got. Yeah, make me famous, guy. I want to be famous. That was me, the bald headed dude.
That bald headed dude from Law and Order. I thought about the Boondocks right now.
Well, what a
Able.
All right. Well, let's stay on music for a little bit. Even though if you really want to call Tekashi 69 music.
Music.
But we'll stay on it. Have you saw the lineup for Lollapalooza?
I have not.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Is anybody good? Let me see.
Yeah, the headliner is excellent. I don't know about the whole lineup, but as soon as I pull it up, you're gonna know who I want to see. I'm pulling it up right now, kid.
Okay, let me see if I want to go to Lollapalooza this year.
You know who I want to see, kid.
Okay, I see Kendrick.
Yeah. We go. He said one of Feast's favorites is there too. So I got somebody I want to see. Kendrick. He's got somebody he want to see, the Chili Pepper. I'm gonna tell that story one of these days about why.
My Chili Peppers.
And like, it's not me saying it. It's like an actual newspaper said that Feast was a Chili Peppers fan. These are not my words. It's like actual publication. We should pull that up, right? Nine.
No. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, Chili Peppers, Lana Del Rey. Let's look at some of the smaller names. It's A Boogie with the hoodie, okay. Carly Rae Jepsen. All I know is like, hey,
Me, baby.
I just met you. That's the only song I know. This is great. Pusha T. Okay, that's a good one. Pusha T will be fun. Okay. Lil Yachty.
I see Tim's.
Tim's is down here. Yeah.
Ain't no other body. I like Tim's.
Ooh.
I like Tim's. I do.
It's like 5 a.m.
Afrobeats be hidden. I do. Afrobeats is hidden.
That's why they did it at All-Star Weekend, because this Afrobeats is big right now.
I like Afrobeats. I like it.
Afrojack I see on here. Key Glock. Who else? Rema. That's another Afrobeats artist. Rema.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else? Now we get into the nitty gritty. That's probably the last big names must grow.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know these other people.
The lower you get, the lesser known. It's like you might see somebody around. Like, I know that dude. I saw him performing at over on Stony Island. He's one of the Bucket Boys on 79th and Stony. So Soldiers at War down here somewhere. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Soldiers at War really should get to perform on Lollapalooza.
They should.
Serious. You can put them down here, but they should really let them perform.
They was hustling them tapes on 79th.
What's up, Joe? What's up, Joe? But yeah, when I saw Kendrick, I was like, okay, now I want to go. Because I've seen Kendrick before. I saw him at the Damn tour at the United Center. Excellent. Yeah. So I was like, okay, Kendrick is there. Yeah, now I want to go.
I was listening to Damn the other day. Like when I was driving back from my
left stroke just went viral.
I was like, I want to listen to some Kendrick, and I just
you were being humble.
With Damn on right
now. Little bitch, be humble.
I was in the car. Yep. And the candy in the traffic. Yep. You gotta calm yourself when you're in traffic. You gotta play stuff that's gonna calm you.
It's August 3rd through the 6th, Grant Park. Yeah, so there's always like the early August, first weekend in August. It's always like right before Bud Billiken. That's like like Bud Billiken is always the week after Lollapalooza.
Second Saturday, yeah.
So Lala is usually right before that. So
and then save your coins, people. Mm-hmm. Save your coins if you're trying to go.
Yeah, it's a big year. Chicago's a big year for concerts. Now you got Kendrick and Lala. You got Beyonce. You got
Jackson.
And Drake is like it's a major show.
whatchamacallit? I'm gonna go to Jill Scott. Jill Scott's coming in July. Jill's gonna be here.
You'll be at her usual spot on the Northerly Island, or she get into different.
I think she's at the Chicago Theater. I want to say.
Okay, usually she does it outside at the pavilion.
Because this is like a 3-year late, because she was supposed to do her 20th anniversary for her first album in 2020, but obviously
COVID happened. Yeah,
COVID happened. So this is like basically the 20th anniversary of Volume 1. Yeah. So I definitely want to go and I want to partake in that concert. I want to go and see the 23rd anniversary now of Volume 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of concerts. Like people
big shows in Chicago.
Gonna be outside.
You got Janet, Janet, Drake, Beyonce, and Kendrick. those days, that's like heavy hitters right there. Every one of those.
So how you want to decide where you want to go, people? Get your coins together. Get your coins together. Start doing your side hustles. Sell some stuff on Poshmark. Do something.
I'm gonna work his connections and try to get to that Lollapalooza. I'm gonna see Kendrick.
You got your tax money. Save some of your tax money. We still in tax season. Save some of your tax money.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. Yeah, I want to see Kendrick again.
Yeah, I would if I could. I would see Kendrick. I would. I would do
I
that.
saw the lineup because like when the lineup comes on US, because like people always like, oh, this is underwhelming. I saw say Kendrick. That's all I need to see. I didn't even read the rest of the name. I say Kendrick. Yeah, I want to go. Like, so
Just that night, just for Kendrick's night. I'm good. Just Kendrick's night.
I'm definitely that's the night I would go. Like, say when's Kendrick headlining? Yeah, that's when I want. Because we gonna be all right. Yes. What you got, kid?
We can stay in music a little bit. Well, they have a concert coming. Escape is going to be coming to Chicago.
Let's talk about Escape and SWUSVUS.
So that concert is going to be
on Bravo, right? Was it A&E? I think, yeah. It's an A&E or Bravo. They got a show on one of those.
I think it's Bravo. I want to say. I don't watch it. It's one of those reality shows.
She watches it. I'm gonna ask her about it. Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, "What is, what is going on with?"
Andy was talking shit.
Andy was talking mess about SWV, and then Tamar somehow jumped in the comments, and Tamar had to.
Tamar entered herself into the equation.
In the room, Tamar, Tamar, she's not one
into the chat. Yeah, like
Tamar's not one to walk away from.
Shout out Tamar, who just got engaged recently. Yeah,
she did, and well, 5 kids, 4 different women, but okay, but congratulations.
Shout out.
Okay.
Shout out.
Congratulations. Well, I'll say, but yeah. So the ladies, well, we know Escape already has her own drama in house because Latasha is not on this tour with the ladies, and
the one that had the eagle back in the day because it said you are like every group like that, and I won't say every, but most group it gets like because like most groups say even they start out even. Then one member is gonna pull ahead. Like I call it the David Ruffin syndrome. We call it that. It's like
David Ruffin. I'm David Ruffin, and these are the.
That's one of the most famous examples of that. Is like how they started out the Temptations, and then like eventually David pulls it, and he feels like I am the group and shit. Is like that's what happened.
It's like if you look at the groups, they start like even like they were the Supremes, and then became Diana Ross and the Supremes. Became that.
Destiny's Child, like Beyonce eventually pulls it.
Yeah, of course, we knew.
Drew Hill, eventually Cisco pulls it.
NSYNC, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, every group that happens is like they don't necessarily start out with one, but like one of them like always pulls ahead in like every one of these groups. Also in Vogue, it was Dawn. It's like every one of them, and usually that's the one that ends up leaving. Like that, the troublemaker. It's like that's the one that ends up leaving the group. It's like
well, they weren't as good, but 98 Degrees. It was clearly Nick Lachey because he was the only one who could sing. He was the only one who could sing in that group.
Talking about good groups.
They could sing, but the rest of them boys, they couldn't sing. They couldn't really sing that well.
Like almost every group you can name that is like, we're going to call it David. Even he probably wasn't even the first example because Diana Ross pulled ahead before he did. It's like,
yeah, Diana Ross.
But because it's the most epic version, because of the biopic featuring Leon with the "Ain't Nobody Coming to See You" Otis line. That's why we're gonna call it the David Ruffin syndrome. It's like that's what. I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. But every group has that with one member.
Happens.
Like Escape, it was SWV was Coco. We go back
to Coco, yeah.
And Escape, it was Latasha. It's like where now you start feeling yourself like I am the group, and like so then eventually they end up getting you either leave you on your own or they end up getting rid of you. Like Temptations got rid of David. Like then Diana left.
I thought that they were all pretty even, but like TLC, I thought that they were pretty level, but then Left Eye, I know, wanted to do her own thing away from them.
Yeah, that's
one. I thought they were pretty even.
Was split even, yeah.
I thought they were split, but Left Eye wanted to do her own thing.
Oh, I forgot who also another tour that's coming up. What's the name? Tony. Sadiq was the one.
Raphael Sadiq, yeah, of course. Mint Condition, Stokely,
yeah. Like I was naming other groups, so like it's always that one member that's gonna pull ahead of the others. It's like when they start out here. But like, ain't nobody coming to see you, Dwayne. It's like,
my name is
Dwayne. Whatever you
want. That's right, Dwayne.
Whatever you want is slow wine with bangers. I don't care what nobody. And that's Dwayne led on both of those.
Boys to Men, Wanye.
Wanye was Boys to Men. It was a KC from Jodeci. Is like, woo yeah, it's because of the who yeah. That's why. Woo yeah. KC from Jodeci.
What the call? Who pulled ahead in Silk? Or they wouldn't even pull ahead.
They're one group that yeah, like none of them really pulled ahead on that. That's a good one, yeah.
Well, which McCall be the one I always like be doing too much? Little G, be doing
It was him then.
he doing the most, Little G.
It was Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky. Let's say every group is that.
It was Omarion and B2K. It was Marcus Houston, Immature.
Marcus from Immature. Yeah, every group is the one member that's gonna pull ahead of all of them. Yeah.
Every group.
David Ruffin syndrome. Yeah.
But Latasha pulled ahead. Well, she was
escape because like they started out pretty even. Like they all took turns singing lead.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end, like the Latasha was singing almost all the leads. It's like it was RL from Next, another group. It's like,
RL, yeah, definitely RL.
Yeah, just like they started out with like they all kind of sang lead at first, and then eventually RL just did all the leads. It's like it gets to that.
And T-Lo actually had a better voice than RL.
He was the better singer. It's like
T-Lo could sing better than RL.
Like controversial statements. Some people said that Kelly was better than Beyonce, but Beyonce pulled ahead. Like some people thought that Kelly was the better singer. Like that's a controversial statement for the Beehive, especially. But like, some people thought that Kelly was the better
initially, because Kelly did have the better voice because Kelly pretty much sounds the same. Like she's always. Because Kelly always just had that voice.
Kelly pretty much sounds the same since she did on the first.
Kelly's always had that voice. She always had like what she could do. She always had that voice. Kelly always did. Beyonce, she worked her butt off to get that. She worked her tail off to get to where she is. So that's why she pulled ahead. So
of course, how we forget about probably the most famous example of this of all time, Michael. Michael. Easily dusted.
I was about to think. Easily
dusted Jermaine and the rest of them cats. Because like when they first started, Jermaine was supposed to be lead. It's like Michael was the little one. It's like but Michael was just so talented. They had to push him out.
Charismatic.
Yeah.
When Michael said, "I got the feeling," dun, 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 when he did that, baby, and did James Brown, that sealed it for them.
Oh yeah, Jermaine was actually supposed to be the lead singer until Michael like dusted all of them Negroes. It's like.
Watch Dancing Machine clip. Watch that clip.
Jackson 5 was on Soul Train, I think.
Watch that clip.
Mm-hmm. You see why Michael pulled ahead. It's
like, that's all I'll say. Yeah.
We're getting back to Latasha with let's just escape in general. Like Latasha's not, they got their own drama. Like we went on a whole tangent about and like Latasha's not with the group right now.
Her and there's some things like with her husband, because like it's always like a husband involved for a reason. It's always
going back like in this story, he's the one that told her you don't need them. You
don't need them.
He's what you are. Escape. You don't need.
Escape.
You don't need those. Eddie is the heartbeats. You don't need the other like Big Red did in the 5 heartbeats.
And it was just so hard because it's like her sister's in it, so it's like because Tamika's her sister, so it's like. So it's like you just leave your sister. It's like
Well, that
I get like leaving Tiny and Candy. I get that.
That husband got in her head. It's like you better even better than your sister. It's like, well, I get it. I got a brother, and like sibling rivalry is real. I can see like somebody tell me I was like a better than Felice. I can see myself agreeing like because a sibling rivalry is real.
But honestly, like if you do want to call a spade, the Scott sisters always carried the group vocally. Like if you want to call a spade, the Scott sisters, they carried the group vocally.
A lot of their early, even though Candy led on like a lot of their early stuff is like
she led, but
the Scott sisters were
Scott sisters. They can blow
singers. They were the superior.
They can blow.
Even though they pushed Candy out like early on.
And even Tamika is like, Tamika's like, I'm better than Latasha now. Tamika's like, I'm better than her. Because like at the time, she was
I always thought Tamika was the best out of all of them. Everybody liked Latasha back in the day, like because she had the church voice. I always thought
she did the runs. She did all those runs.
Tamika was a better singer. Like that's like I always thought
I do too, because Tamika
back then, I thought she was the better singer.
She has they both have very strong voices, but Latasha's she does too many. Like sometimes hers is not as controlled, and Tamika has better control over her. Like when you have power in your voice, you just can't. You're not just supposed to just shout it. Like you gotta
Good example is their
Have
signature
control.
song, like on "Who Can I Run To." Like Tamika's parts were like slap more to me.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I'm trying to find you. Oh yeah, her parts just slapped more than like
When
Latasha.
she said, "Oh, the man," but the way she holds that, like she has like more control than her sister. She does
For
have more
me,
control.
now Latasha comes in. Oh no, it's gonna be, and the message is very clear. Like yeah, like I thought Tamika's part slapped more even back then. Like well, listen to "Who Can I Run To" if you see if you don't
Mm-hmm.
agree with me.
I always thought Tamika was a better singer. Like I said, like them two, they carried the group. And Tiny was a good singer too. Tiny was good also.
Tiny was Duck. Tiny was Otis. It was like it's like every group has that member like that nobody really cares about. Like, it was Tiny with this.
Yeah, it does.
Yep, yeah.
Tia does. Tia.
We have the let's do it. Yeah, David Ruffin syndrome and Otis syndrome. It's like Tiny was Otis. It's like
Like sometimes you just gotta do the oohs and ahs. That's what one of my coworkers said. Sometimes you just gotta you guys sing your oohs and
Mary
ahs.
Wilson in the Temptations.
You get your check, sing your oohs and ahs.
Mary fucking Wilson. It's like it's obviously Diana was like, and then Flo got her shine. It's like, but Mary Wilson was like, yeah, the oldest of that
Set
group.
me free, why don't you, babe? Ooh, ooh, you got ooh. Sometimes you just gotta do that.
Jackson 5, it was clearly Jackie that nobody gave a shit about. It's like that was
And Tito did. Well, Tito could play. He could play the
Tito
bass.
played the guitar, like so he was
He played
important.
the guitar. Yeah, he could play.
Jackie was just kind of there.
Jackie was just like, hey. Marlon did try to get the shine one time. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah, like the victory tour when like
Marlon, he was grinding for like a minute.
He was doing his what's the video torture. He did his torture dance. He did that same dance in the torture video.
What was he just grinding for like a minute? He was just. He was just getting hard for a minute. That was so funny watching that.
And Michael just goes, "Shake your body."
Michael was like, then Michael here with Willow. Michael was like, and it too. Hilarious.
Marlon was always great value, Michael. That was always his role in the show. Like the great value. Yeah. Like Jermaine, like he sang some leads and played bass. Tito played the guitar. Like I said, Jackie was just fucking there. Like I said,
Jackie was there.
Then when Randy joined, he played the keys, so he did something. It's like, yeah.
Guitar.
Yeah. So yeah, he was just fucking there. Yeah. He was.
But these ladies are beefing, and my thing is, don't let no one stop your money. Mm-hmm. Like it's enough for everybody. We can all get this money. Let's all get this bread. Don't let no one stop your cash flow.
Once again, a lot of people are saying is a stunt to like drive ratings to the show, like just like Tekashi said.
Could be.
Like, they got that show, so like yes, like a lot of they just like it's a stunt. They all the candy and stuff is like a stunt to like trying to get viewers for that new show. That's what I will see.
Interesting.
But that's all I got. I'm ready to wrap.
Yes. Just a quick hot take. Congratulations to Miss Bear, known now as Miss Angela White. So Blac Chyna is now Angela White. Now she's letting that go. She took out the filler. She's being herself. So I'm happy for her. She's on a new path and finding some happiness. Maybe she can be better now. So good luck to her.
We've had enough Blac Chyna over the years, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap up Not Another Damn Podcast, episode 304. Definitely appreciate you supporting us. You want to support us further, give us a like. Give us some of these for Tekashi. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. You can also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get at me over all these social media platforms.
And you can check me out at MSIMH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Mm-hmm. Also at SCR8GULEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs, and for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.